I've got to make sure everyone's really comfortable with the difference between non-static and static in the class that we've been building. So static stuff, non-static stuff. So let's take a look. So I've got some static stuff and some non-static stuff, all in this file. And it really comes down to the file that I can say, hey, death data, do a static thing. But I can't tell it to do any non-static things because those are for instances. So if I generate a bunch of new death data objects and I can tie them all to different variable names, it doesn't matter. Or I can put them all into a list and not give each one separate variable name in my app. But I generate a bunch of these in my heap memory, and they're all tied somehow to my stack memory through a variable or a list. All of them would lack the static data. That doesn't get copied over when I instantiate a new one of these objects. But each one will have a unique name and other property, whatever properties that I want. And that will be that, or this dot country will be unique to each one. Or it can be. I guess I couldn't name them the same thing. But the point is that each would be stored in a separate place in my memory. And so it allows me to have many copies, many players, or many books in my library, or many different objects that follow the same blueprint. If I wanted to sort, let's say I built an array of these things, and I wanted to sort them, oftentimes in the blueprint itself to create one of these things exists static functions that help you manage a whole group of them. So I can call back to the file itself. I can do death data itself, dot, do something like sort these things. And then I'd pass it the whole group of this data, and it would sort it. So that's, again, the difference between non-static stuff that gets instantiated and static stuff that I can call right from the file itself. And it can, in many ways, static methods can sort through a bunch of instances that are and organize it. So a file can have both static and non-static assets. The two can't really talk to each other because, again, the non-static stuff is copied and used in a different purpose. The static stuff is our utility functions primarily. So think math.random versus like ArrayList.size. Okay. I hope that helps a little bit. Please let me know if you have any questions.